All right, we're heading over to Bangkok with my new buddy Mark Holt. He's an Aussie from Australia, and he's living in Thailand. Mark, how you doing, man?
Excellent.
Well,
In paradise.
thanks for doing this. So, how did give us a little backstory? How did you land in Thailand and Bangkok?
Well, I was on a world backpacking tour, and I was in Bangkok when 9/11 happened,
Oh, wow.
and I sort of got stuck here because the world stopped,
Yeah.
and I'd been here for 3 months already, and I met a bloke in a pub, and he just said, "Oh, why don't you teach English?" I said, "Me? Uh, all right, I'll have a go." So I went out to a place he recommended, and the boss there said, "What? Here's your books. There's the classroom. Go and teach." And
Wow.
20 years later, I'm still here.
How long did you teach for?
Oh, 15 years.
15 years. Okay.
I still do a bit now and then.
Okay, so you're teaching ESL, English.
Well, actually, I've sort of moved out of the schools. I do a lot of corporate work. There's a big industrial estate near me where there's a lot of Japanese companies like Sony, and they have Japanese bosses with Thai workers, and they have to speak English.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm working with the Japanese and the Thais to speak English. So
Sure.
it's that sort of thing I do now.
So what's what's it like living there? I mean, are you like living? You're close to Bangkok, right?
Yeah, I'm about 30K out of Bangkok near the old Don Muang airport.
Okay. So what's happening out there? I mean, describe how it is living out there?
Well, you'd call it suburban, but then Bangkok, I believe, is about 60K from one edge to the other, and I think we're on that 60K edge.
Gotcha.
So if I turn right, I'm in the big smoke. If I turn left, I'm out in the farms and jungles.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. Nice. So let's dive into it. So for the people that are interested in retiring and getting over to Thailand, I mean, what are the visa requirements like? Is it hard to get a visa and stay?
It's a nightmare.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, they don't seem to use computers for anything. They have them there, but I think they're mostly playing games. But everything's done in paper.
Okay.
And they just on a Tuesday you'll get your visa. On a Wednesday you won't get your visa. Just there's no rhyme or reason to how things are done. If you've got someone grumpy, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
If you've got someone that wants to finish it and go home, it'll be done in 5 minutes.
Sure. Do you have a retirement visa, or are you on a?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
I'm on a retirement visa.
So how do you get one of those?
It requires me to keep 800,000 baht in a bank.
Okay.
In a Thai bank, which I'm not allowed to earn interest on or spend.
Okay.
And I have to show 6 months before my visa and 6 months after my visa, I have to show it in the bank. I have to go to the bank on that day, take it to immigration on the same day, and get it stamped.
Okay, so people have to put 800,000 baht in a Thai bank, and then they will allow you to get a retirement visa.
That's right. And you have to be over 50.
And you got to be over 50 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you got to show a certain amount of money that you make per month?
Well, you've got the option of showing, I think it's 60,000 baht per month.
Okay.
Or the 800,000 in the bank.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems pretty easy to get the retirement visa there compared to other countries.
Well, I've never retired in another country, so I don't know, but it's a day out of well, the documents are just ridiculous. You've got to get the owner of your place you're renting, which is pretty hard for me because I dodgily own my house. because I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to own a house.
Okay.
I'm allowed to own a house, but I'm not allowed to own land as a foreigner.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah.
in Thailand.
Yeah. Look, basically, you can do anything you want as long as you've got enough money and you know somebody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's break it down and dive into the cost of housing over there. If people were to rent in and around your area, Bangkok, I mean, what do the
Right.
prices vary for per month? I mean, what do they vary at? Low end to a
Well,
high end?
uh, for your basic Thai, and a foreigner can get them too. There's these little dog boxes, which are just like a single room with a toilet and a small balcony. You can get those for like 2,000 baht per month.
Okay.
So if that's at the very bottom end, and you've
Okay.
got everything in between, you can get a little townhouse for about 5,000 baht, which is like a terrace house where you're all joined in together.
Okay.
And then you get your freestanding houses, which could be 10 to 20,000, depending where they are.
Okay. So for 10 to 20,000 baht.
Yeah. If you want a decent house or a house for a family or something with a bit of a garden, you'd be looking at definitely at 10 to 20.
Yeah, Mark, do they any of these include, when you rent, do they include utilities, or is that separate?
Usually it's separate.
It is separate. What are utilities over there? Typically water,
Well,
electric, Wi-Fi.
My water is 100 to 200 baht. So that's 5 or 10 bucks for water
Okay.
per month. Electricity's 2 to 3,000 baht per month.
Okay.
And I run my air conditioner, and it's a pretty big house, so that'd be about average, I think.
Yeah, yeah. How about Wi-Fi, cell phone? What do you pay for that?
I've got a Wi-Fi box there, and that includes one of those free TV apps.
Okay.
So I can watch Australian TV and a few other things. And that cost me 840 baht, I think.
840. Okay.
840 for my Wi-Fi. Phone cost me about the same.
Okay. All right. And how do you get around? I mean, what is transportation like out there?
Well, I've got motorbikes and a car, but
Okay.
buses and motorbike taxis, they're everywhere.
Yeah. And what does
Yeah,
it
as soon as
cost
you walk on the street,
what does
you
it
can pick
cost for
something.
you if you wanted to get into Bangkok, and what would the cost be for taking a bus back and forth round trip?
A bus, you could get into Bangkok for 25 baht.
Okay. How about Uber taxi? Yeah.
Taxi about 270 to 300.
Okay.
This all depends on traffic, though, and you never know.
Sure.
About the traffic. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can get on. We've got the underground, the BTS, the Sky Train, which is 40 baht, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sky Train and the underground are fantastic.
Okay. All right. So roughly, how much do you think overall a person commuting per month would spend in Thailand? Roughly.
Well, who could tell? If you had to go into work every day, it'd be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
If you had to go into Bangkok every day, but people don't in Thailand. People live next to their work. Their work becomes their life.
Sure.
So most companies have a block of flats where they keep all their staff.
Mm-hmm.
So people generally don't travel unless they're rich.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And you purchased a house, so it's kind of tricky in Thailand. Explain a little bit about where you can buy a house, but you can't buy land.
Well, everywhere you can't buy land. You can buy a flat and own a flat as long as it's not on the ground floor.
Okay. Oh, wow.
But a house, look, there are many methods, and someone's bought my house for me.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, and I've got legal documents to prove that I've paid for it and that it's mine if there's ever any problem.
Yeah,
But yeah, anything to do with housing, yeah, you're way behind the eight ball. Everything has to be in a Thai person's name,
I see.
or you can legally, it costs you an absolute fortune, but you can open a company with three or four Thai ghosts. You need a lawyer to do this,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you own 49% of the company, and the ghosts who don't exist own 51%.
I see.
But you've still got to pay a fair bit of cash for it yearly.
Yeah. So you pay, so to, let's say, to live or buy and purchase a nice, comfortable home, a 3-bed, 2-bath, that's what you're living in? What is the
Yeah.
going rate for those in and around Bangkok?
Oh, mate, it's very housing. It's a whole. I don't know about in the States, but in Australia, your house always appreciates.
Yeah, yeah.
But here they don't.
Okay.
It's just the
Interesting.
land, and construction is so dodgy that houses are generally falling apart after 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
So no one values the actual house. And if you can afford to buy a house, you'll probably knock it down and build the one that you want.
Okay. I've seen that on YouTube. I've seen a couple guys, a few guys that have made videos about, they mentioned you don't own the land, but they still built a house in
Yeah,
Thailand.
yeah. See, if you're married to a Thai, you're okay. But then again, if the marriage is over, so is your house.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So if you buy a house out there, you figure out how to do it, you buy a
Yep,
house.
yep.
You spent what, about $70,000, or what is that in baht?
Yeah,
Two and a half,
but yeah, 2.5 million baht
baht. You got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home.
with a big
Do you,
garden.
in a garden,
Yeah,
big yard?
yep.
Okay, so that's a good size house. Can you,
Mm,
you're in it right now? Is that the house?
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you?
This is I can just show you
Yeah, that'd be
downstairs.
great.
Yeah, that's the kitchen area, and it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but it goes upstairs.
Oh, wow. That's nice, Mark.
And then upstairs to 3 bedrooms and a couple of balconies.
Wow, that's actually that's a good size house.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
I do Airbnb.
For 70K, that's a lot of space, man. So let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Do you have to pay any HOA or taxes? And what is that per month?
I live in a gated village,
Okay.
so it's got security. Well, blokes that ride around on bicycles. It costs me 800. I think it's 850 baht a month. To pay for the road and upkeep of the village.
Okay, so it's about 850 a month. That's what they would
Yeah.
call like an HOA fee here in the States.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that covers all the
There's plenty of
maintenance.
them downtown.
Yeah, covers all like the maintenance of the property, and
Yeah.
so all the people that live within the community, they pay a certain amount to keep upkeep
Yep.
all of.
That's it.
So it's about 850 baht for you.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, cool. All
Yeah.
right, so
I pay quite a high rate because I'm actually on a corner, so I've got a very long fence line, and they measure your fence line to calculate your rates, to calculate
oh,
how much you pay.
okay. All right, what are you doing for Mark? What do you do for healthcare over there, and how much does that cost per month?
Oh, well, I have an aversion to health insurance and the people that do it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I had what did I had? I had one for about 40,000 baht
Okay.
for a year, which was useless.
Gotcha.
most of them I find, if you pay cheap, you're not going to get any service, and there's no comeback. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So, and if you can afford to pay for a good one, which is probably, I'd imagine you'd have to pay 200,000 if you wanted to get, the full comprehensive cover.
Okay.
But if you can afford to pay that, it's much cheaper just to go to the hospital if you get sick.
Yeah. So if you just paid out of pocket to go see a doctor for a physical, like a checkup, do you have any idea what that would cost?
Yeah, 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay. So like a physical would be about, okay.
Yeah, check your blood pressure, your heart, maybe, just your full physical.
Okay. All right. So that's not too bad. And what do you do for
It's
fun?
pretty cheap, but it's pretty poor standard too.
Yeah. Do you ever go back home for any kind of checkups or anything?
I used to go a lot, but I don't go much more. So since I've lost my parents, and people usually come over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And when I go back, everyone's still working. All my friends are still at work. So you go back and you meet all your friends for a weekend and go and sit at home.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, let's look at you got to eat. So how much do you spend per month on food, would you say?
Oh, food. Well, you've got a choice of everything here. Pizza Huts and McDonald's and KFC are everywhere. I might do that once a week. That's like 250 baht.
You're diving into that healthy food.
Yeah. But just the local Thai food, you spend 100 baht and you'll get a bowl of noodles and some fried rice or a piece of chicken. So you can eat the street food. That's 100 baht. Go into a restaurant, might cost you 250 baht as well.
Yeah. So
Food's really cheap. You can.
If you go to the grocery store, what do you pay per month? Like if you go shopping and you pick up a bunch of food that you're going to cook, how much would you say you spend per month?
Oh, if I went to the supermarket and I restrict myself because I'll probably be on a bike, I'd spend like 50 bucks, buy some milk and some cheese and stuff that I like to, the Western style food's pretty expensive.
Okay.
50 a week, I'd say. So yeah, 200 a month.
So 200 a month. Okay.
200 bucks. Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as like entertainment, like you said, going out to restaurants and stuff, how much you spend on that per month?
Well, that'd be pretty much included. It's actually cheaper to eat at a restaurant than cook at home.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're including groceries and restaurants.
That'd be all the food that I eat.
Wow. Okay. So it's probably, if you break it up, it'd probably be 100 baht each. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
with groceries and restaurant? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But it also, it depends where you shop. Prices are all over the place. Like there's 7-Elevens every 100 meters in Thailand. And they're like, everyone goes there and buys a sandwich or you can buy fried rice. You can buy anything in a 7-Eleven here.
Okay.
So, the Thais don't cook. A lot of the houses don't even have a kitchen in them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
and I don't cook much just for the simple fact that I'm lazy, but there's so much food and the Thais just love food. It's just food o'clock.
Yeah. Well,
everyone's
Thai food,
snacking.
Thai food is delicious, man.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
And it's really healthy too. I mean, eating at the right places. I mean, it's really good food.
Yeah, it's clean. Lots of veggies. But it's going the kids, they just eat McDonald's and KFC.
Yeah.
Now, all the kids are getting fat.
Yeah. So, tell me about it. It's happening here.
Yeah.
In the US. Yeah. That's the other epidemic. So what other costs do you have out there that we didn't discuss? So Maybe entertainment.
Oh,
If you go out and you party, or you go to the, do you ever go to like the theater, or you go see any dance, or you go see any activities that you got to pay for, concerts?
yeah, I go to the movies, and I go downtown to the boozers.
Okay.
It'd cost you if you go downtown and get drunk and go to a girly bar or something. It's going to cost you $100 for the night.
Okay. 100 baht.
$100.
Oh, $100.
Yeah.
So that
Oh
could
no,
get,
sorry. Let's call it about $70.
so that's expensive.
Yeah, if it depends where you go, of course. If you go to a reasonably nice place, like you've seen that movie, The Hangover,
Yeah.
they go to that bar on top of the hotel
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you can see. Yeah, so you've got. I suppose it's the same as anywhere. You've got your first class, your 5-star venues, and then
Yeah.
you've just got your local boozers. So you can pay, $100 for a beer, or you can pay 500 baht, depending on where you buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Okay.
can
So,
also buy one out of 7-Eleven for 60 baht.
right. So if you were just to hang out at local pubs, just
Yep.
like going to local pubs, and you go to a movie, I mean, typically, what would that cover? I mean, if I spend a night out in a local pub, how much would I spend?
Just going out to the local,
Yeah.
or 600, 700 baht, maybe.
Okay. Okay. 700 baht. Okay. And then you're like, look at how much is a movie over there?
Movies are about 150 or 200.
150 or 200. Okay. Okay.
There's also a lot of bowling here, bowling alleys.
Yeah. Okay. How much is bowling?
Haven't been for a while. It was pretty expensive last time. Probably cost you 400 baht to go bowling.
Okay. All right.
I
So rough.
go to the shooting range.
Okay. So if you add all that up and tally all that up, I mean, for a month, when you're going out, a typical person who's going to spend money for entertainment, just to go out and have a drink, or, maybe go see a movie, go to the shooting range, go to bowling. How much do you think a typical person can get by on in a month there?
Like I said, I get by on $1,500. Pretty easy.
1,500. Okay.
Yeah. But then I don't pay rent.
Right.
I don't have a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you live in Bangkok, you could almost double everything.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than the other areas of Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you broke it down and you summed it up, how much would you say you live on per month? Like when you break it all down, what can people really live on per month there?
I easily live on $1,000 a month.
Okay, and that's USD?
Yeah.
At like about 1,000. Yeah, and I'll add it all up.
Let's say 900 to 1,000.
900 to 1,000. Okay. All right. Anything else that
I live pretty.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I live pretty cheaply. Only expenses would be if I have a problem with my car, or hospital. I had cataracts done last year. That was 20,000.
Uh-huh. And they did that
Which
there in Thailand?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. You can get anything done in Thailand.
Okay.
As long as you have the money, no worries.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you live really well. I mean, you got a huge house. You got a car, you got a couple motorcycles. I saw some pictures on your Facebook where you're buzzing around. I mean, it looks like you live pretty comfortably.
I live how I want to live, yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to, it doesn't look like you have to budget too much. It looks like you can pretty much and go see a movie or go out whenever you want and eat out and about.
Oh yeah, and I have myself a good holiday every couple of months. I'll go somewhere or do something. Yeah, I don't want for anything.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think we covered pretty much all the expenses. Is there anything else you want to add that you can think of, or?
Girls will cost you a lot.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, I see like
I've lost a couple of cars and paid for this house twice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yes, be careful.
Are you married out there, Mark?
No.
Okay. But I
was at one stage.
You were. Okay. So you met a Thai woman and you married her?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any kids at all, or?
No.
None. Okay.
No.
All right. And why? Let me ask you this. I mean, because, Australia is close to Indonesia, and there's so many wonderful places close by that are really affordable too. How did you pick like Thailand over like the Philippines or these other areas of the world? How did you decide Thailand?
I like where Thailand is. I consider it the center of the world. You've got China, you've got Vietnam, you've got Myanmar. You're very central if you want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's got as good a Western selection of things. Well, I've been in Laos and Vietnam, Myanmar. Medical is the best in Asia, I think. Just general conditions all around are better in Thailand.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So it made sense to go there.
Yeah, the food's better. Like, I've been in the Philippines and the food was terrible.
Yeah.
Very similar, the rest of it, and a bit cheaper, but pretty dirty and pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Here, I've never felt I've never been worried. I've never been scared. People are really friendly, although that's a bit of a falsehood as well.
Yeah.
They have to be friendly. So you've got to be careful of your own security, trusting too many people.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be wary of paying double the price because you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
That's actually a problem still for me. I've been here for 20 years, and wherever I go, I'm still a foreigner, and I still get lumbered with extra charges.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's just something you have to work out for yourself.
It is, yeah, and I think that's something that happens in pretty much every country.
Yeah.
When you're an expat and you're different, you're people think, oh, you have this guy has money. Let's increase
but they're pretty good though. They don't hassle you too much. I've been in a lot of countries where people just hassle you. Hassle you to buy something or hassle you to come into my shop and all that. If you just say no thanks, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's good that way.
Yeah. Well, cool. All right. Well, that's all I have, man.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I have. I think we covered it all. I'm going to break it down at the end here so everybody can see what the cost of. It's like you said, it's probably going to be right around 900 to 1,000 with USD when I break that bot down for the viewers. But yeah, Mark, thanks so much for doing this, man. Taking your time to be a part of the podcast. What time is it out there in Bangkok?
It's about 10:30 now.
10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the party.
No, I'm an old fella now. My partying days are just about done.
All right, man. Well, hey, Mark, thanks again for doing this, buddy. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure meeting you.
No worries.
Yeah, man. And I'll be in touch, okay?
No worries, mate. My pleasure.
Okay. Have a great rest of the evening.
Okay. See ya.
Thanks, man.